American guard in Cam Jones from Marquette, who is 23 years of age. Cam, he's probably getting mocked most of the time at the maybe back end first round, but likely in the second round. We don't have to spend a huge amount of time on Cam, but like we're talking about a 29 usage guard for Marquette, played 34 minutes a game. He averaged 20 points, over 6 assists per 36 minutes. Is this one of those cases, Raf, of just a guy being older and beating up on younger opponents?
No, because last year as a junior, he was Marquette's leading scorer, and this was a team that had two guys drafted in Oso Ighodaro and Tyler Kolek. This year, what has me so intrigued about him is that he had to play point guard. He had more on-ball responsibilities, and I don't think anyone saw him as a guy that was going to average 6 assists a game and take care of the ball. Now, with the added responsibilities, the shooting suffered, at least from downtown, but he has shown in the past that he is a capable shooter. I think for him, he's a guy that is plug and play. I think he's ready. I think he can come in and play both guard spots, and he takes care of the ball, and he does have a lot of experience under his belt. So I think he can come in and help a team, especially like a playoff team that is looking for some low salaried guys that can provide some depth.
The interesting thing to me about that is those assist numbers, because you look at what he did the year before, where he averaged 2.4 assists in 29 minutes, and to be able to like over double that assist rate because of a change of role. I love players who are adaptable, because let's be fair, someone like Cam Jones isn't going to waltz onto an NBA team and go, all right, here I am, I'm in charge, I'm a 29 usage guard, let's just build around me. It's not going to happen, right? He's got to be able to move his game to be, okay, am I low usage? Am I 10 minutes off the bench? Am I 15 minutes here? Am I handling the ball? Or whatever I'm doing, I need to be able to adjust. And that ability to me, and usually I'm like very much, okay, if you were this good of a prospect, surely you would have done it at 18, 19, 20, not at 23. But like that ability to be able to adjust what you do to change part of your game to what is needed is a real key part, I believe, of these back-end guys, these lower drafted players being able to stick and have success, is realizing what your limitations are, realizing what the path to success is. So to me, it's a real eye-opener. What about him, like, and the shooting? Because that's clearly an issue here. Like, he shot 31%, but his previous 3 seasons, 41, 36, and 39. Is that largely due to the fact that he was playing more on ball, playing more as a point guard, taking more of those tougher shots, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Because if you think about the Marquette team last year, if they ran a Tyler Kolek, Oso Ighodaro pick and roll, he was probably open in the corner. This year, he got the grenades, the bombs, the end of the shot clock possessions where he had to force something up. He didn't have anyone setting him up for those wide open corner threes. So I think that is a big reason why there was a dip in the efficiency from three. But I think if you put him in a role where he's off the ball some, or if he's playing with another playmaker that can get him those open catch and shoot opportunities, I have a lot of faith in him being able to knock them down. So I would be more concerned if it were the other way around, where if he just had one outlier season from three, and then he had other seasons where he was inefficient. And so I just look at this as a situation where the 3-point numbers dropped because he had to take more difficult shots. And you figure in the NBA, he's not going to have that type of usage. He's going to have more opportunities to play off the catch, and he should be able to knock him down.
That brings me to the next part of the game that he might need to adjust or to do in terms of being an NBA player is defensively. Like, he averaged 1.5 steals per 36, which is a pretty good number. It's not absolutely elite. Can he be a guy like he is? Like, his size is fine. He's not gigantic by any means, but like, is he going to be able to be someone who can be a passing lane guy, a guy that can hold his own defensively? He's not going to be a defensive sieve out there. Can he turn himself from? I'm going to use this name a lot through a lot of these draft shows, but someone like Aaron Nesmith. Obviously, he was drafted higher end of the lottery, but he came in as a 40% three-point shooter, and now he's just like, okay, now I'm just a tenacious on-ball defender who just is in everyone's face every single play. And that wasn't what he did coming out of college. Like, I'm not saying that Jones needs to do that, but that was that switch in the game. But does he have the ability to change defensive or change his defensive approach and actually be a average to positive contributor on that end?
Yeah, I think that's between the ears. I think if he sets his mind to, I'm going to be a really good defender or a lockdown defender or a guy that teams can count on the defensive end, I think it's just up to him accepting that role. Like I mentioned with Avdia didn't come in with the reputation as a defender, but when he was not getting the reps on ball, he knew that, all right, I better defend my butt off if I'm going to see action on the floor, get another contract. And so with Cam Jones, I think with a lower usage rate, I think he'll be a better shooter, but I think he can put more effort on the defensive end because he was Marquette's. I mean, he was their engine. He was everything this year. So he couldn't afford to get in foul trouble. But like I said, I just think it's up to him mentally deciding that I'm going to have to lock in, or if this is what I need to do to get on the floor, then he'll do it.